All right, we're joined by Arkansas head coach Courtney Deifel and student athletes Chenice, Delce, and Rylin Hedgecock. We'll get started with an opening statement from coach and then move over to questions for our student athletes. We'll then dismiss them and then turn it back to coach for questions. Coach, can you get us started with an opening statement?
Well, I just want to thank everyone for being here. We're excited to play another weekend in Bogle with earning a national seed, and we are looking forward to a really exciting weekend. We have three very tough teams that we're welcoming in this weekend, and we're excited about the postseason. So it should be good.
Now questions for our student athletes. We have a mic down here, and then if you have a question on the Zoom, please use the raise your hand function or ask a question in the chat.
So Rylin, of course, last year you pinch hit a double in the Fayetteville Regional. It was a big hit. Chenice, you've pitched some big innings in the NCAA Tournament. Just what does that experience do for y'all now going into this year, having been there before?
I just feel like it just makes us more comfortable. Obviously, it's nice that we get to play at home again for this regional. I mean, we have great fans that just gives us even more energy, and yeah, we got the experience last year, and so I feel like that'll ease some of the nerves that we might have.
Okay, that was good.
Samesies?
Yeah.
Both student athletes, how big is it to get to play at home? You know, the SEC tournament didn't go like you wanted, which happens, but now you're getting to play again at home. How big is it to get in front of the crowd again?
I think it's huge. Getting to play at home, you have your home base. The people know you. They're cheering for you by name. It definitely gives you more of a push than when you play at other places. So, yeah, and I would argue that we probably have the best fan base in the nation, but hey, I'm biased. But yeah, just having them out there is like the greatest thing for us as the athletes on the field, I guess.
Yeah, I think last weekend we had the highest attendance that we've had, so I can only imagine. I feel like this weekend we might break that record, hopefully. So I feel like they give us a lot of energy, and we kind of just feed off of each other.
Any questions on the Zoom for our student athletes? Great. Thanks, guys. Oh, yeah, go for it.
Rylin, I'll start with you and then Chenice, if you can take it too. I know you guys just had some time to rest and just, take some time to relax, kind of recharge your batteries. How do you think that's going to be beneficial for you guys here in the regional?
I feel like, I could say that it's like any other weekend, but it's not. We play, and it's like a new season. So I feel like although we didn't get the outcome for the SEC tournament, I guess it's nice that we did have a couple extra days to practice and regroup. And yeah, I just think that our practice this week was really strong. I feel really confident going into this weekend against the teams that we're going to play.
Yeah, for sure. Our bodies got the rest, but also our mental got the rest as well. We do play a sport of failure, so I think that mental rest was, for me, it was almost bigger than the physical rest. But yeah, it also gave us an opportunity to reflect on the season. You don't want to, I guess, harp on what happened in the past too much, but it was also nice to take a moment to say, okay, this is what we did good, and this is what we did bad, as well as looking at the teams we could potentially play going forward, and then taking little notes on them as well. So I guess it was good and all the way around.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Now questions for Coach. Ethan?
So there's a lot of great pitchers around the country in the tournament, but there's not as many that have been in as many just big games and moments as Chenice. What's the value of that this time of year to have a player like her?
Well, there's a ton of value there. Not only has she had that experience, but she is just, every time she takes the field, she gives us a chance. She's just incredibly talented, incredibly competitive, and has some big games to draw from. So yeah, that experience is invaluable.
how are you going to be able to implement those in the regional?
Well, good question. I hope that we do. I was really pleased with the way we fought in that Alabama game. I was really pleased with how we responded coming off the Missouri weekend. And so it's just it's a game of response. It's a game of when things don't go your way, how are you going to respond? Because like they said, more often than not, things aren't going to go your way. So how are you going to respond? How are you going to come together? I feel like we've had a very productive week of practice. I think I would double down on what they said of having the physical break, but even more importantly, having the mental break, and having kind of that reset going into this weekend. I think that having the conference tournament here is a good experience for our young ones going into this weekend with the crowd, with the magnitude, with all of it. So I do just think that we continue to just put more tools in our toolkit, and then hopefully we utilize all of them.
Coach, okay, Coach, I'm sorry. Like I asked them, you didn't get the results you want in the SEC tournament. Like I said, which happens, that's not a big deal. But just how big is it, though, now to be back home and getting another chance get to play again in front of your fans?
Oh, well, it's huge. You work all year to have the opportunity to play the postseason in front of your fans, on your field, in your beds, all those things, just to be in your kind of comfort and your familiarity. It's really big time. Our fans have been tremendous for us all year. The way they showed up, even took it in the conference tournament, even took it up a notch from how great they are throughout the regular season. So just getting them and feeding off their energy, having that to pull from that experience, I think is going to be really huge for us.
You mentioned how nice it was to kind of have the SEC tournament as a dress rehearsal for this, but when it comes to this time of the year, so much hinges on just that next level of mentality. So what have you seen from your older guys that have really helped the young ones kind of understand, okay, this is what the NCAA tournament's all about?
Well, I think more often than not, it's not making it so much bigger than what we've done all year. We've played a very tough schedule. We play in a really tough conference that prepares you for this. And so it's coming in, and even though it may have all of this around it, that makes it kind of feel bigger. It's not really bigger than the game. And so just reminding ourselves to continue to just focus on the moment that we're in, and know that we are prepared for anything thrown at us.
We have a question on Zoom. Eric Lopez, you may unmute yourself.
Coach, what stands out about Harvard, watching them on tape, and obviously their coach, who's a legendary coach, who's been involved in the game and on and off the field. What's your thoughts on having her in your regional?
Well, you took my answer in your question, Eric. Well, I think Jenny, obviously she's a Hall of Famer. She's legendary. She has continually just has teams that are really well coached, that fight, that mimic her personality. And so they're prepared. They're prepared and they're really well coached. And they respect the game a ton. When you watch how they play the game the right way, as Jenny's teams always do. And so it's what stands out, all those things. That they respect the game, they play the game really hard, they fight, and they're playing their best softball coming off their tournament championship. So it's going to be a tough challenge. They all are.
Do you find yourself, you always seem to be paired with, legendary coaches, it seems like, in postseason? Mike Kendray a couple of years ago got Coach Gump at Notre Dame's been there a while. It just seems like you're always paired up there. What's that like when you're paired up against some of the people that have been around the sport as long as these coaches have?
I'm tired of it, Eric. No, I'm just kidding. No, I have so much respect for what they've done, and so that you're up against not only a coach that's seen everything and has been prepared for everything and has competed at the highest level, that their teams are going to go as they go, and so they're going to be really well prepared. They're going to fight. They're going to play the game the right way. All those things. I have a ton of respect for Dee as well, and Missy and Jenny. I think that's we have some can I say badass on this? We have some badass females in this regional, ones that I have looked up to, and ones that I really like how they coach their teams and how they carry themselves, and they're incredible humans off the field too. So I have a ton of respect for all of them.
Any more questions for Coach? Great, thank you.
Thank you.